Greetings and welcome to our November 2019 preview tarot reading. Okay, so for this reading, what you're going to do is focus on a tarot deck. Focus on the one that you really feel like really resonates with you, the one that you're drawn to the most, and maybe even the crystal that you're drawn to the most. So just take a moment, just sort of set the intention that you're going to receive the message that you need to receive for this month. And so the question is, what information do I need to know for November 2019? Okay, so set the intention, give yourself an opportunity, think about the one you want, which pile is going to send you or give you the information that you need for this month. Here we have the Night Sun Tarot with a garnet. Here we have the Luminous Tarot with a carnelian. Here we have Prisma Visions Tarot with moss agate. And here we have the Wild Unknown Tarot with a natural citrine. Okay? And so if you picked this pile, we are now ready for our first reading. Okay, here we go. So this is the red garnet, or garnet. Most garnets are red. And we're just setting the intention so that you can get the information, so that you can get something that you need to know or help, or something that you can work with for this upcoming month. What are some changes that you can make, or what things you have going in your direction, and providing you some helpful information. Here we go. Up first, we have the Temperance card reversed. In the center, we have the Three of Swords reversed. In the helpful position here on this side is the Four of Swords reversed. The challenge side, we have the Knight of Cups. And the outcome card, we have the Hermit. Okay, Temperance reversed has a lot to do with the idea of not being able to find balance, not being able to find a middle ground, and saying like, I want things to be a certain way all the time. I always need to be in control. I always need to tell other people what to do. I like to give out orders, but I don't necessarily like to receive orders. I don't necessarily want that feedback from other people. I just want to be in charge. I want to tell people how it is. I want to give people peace of my mind. And so, then everyone around you becomes like a piece in your own play. And this is saying that it can be much more helpful for you in November 2019 if life becomes more of a push and pull, give and take. So you're not always in control or in charge, and you're not always the one barking out orders and telling people what to do, and things don't always have to be your way or one particular way. You can have some balance here. Things can be flexible, and there's an opportunity for a mixing of ideas and a mixing of beliefs, and being able to do things in different ways. This Three of Swords reverse saying that by being stubborn, by wanting things to be a certain way, is actually distancing you from people. So sometimes I ask people like, would you rather be right, or would you rather have friends? And so it's like, some people want to be right all the time. That's all they care about. It's like, I'm right, you're wrong, and let me show you why. And that's great. That's fine. Some people just have that personality. But you may be sacrificing friendships in that, or people are like, well, I don't want to be around this person. Like they're always telling me what to do. They're always right. They're not humble. They think they have it all figured out. They think they're perfect. And so, what's going on? Like So this need to be right, or this need to be in control, is actually going to be something that's going to push you away from other people. And people are not, they're not going to be as enthusiastic to be around you if you're in that position of someone who has to be done a certain way, strict, my way or the highway type. Okay, next here we have the Four of Swords. And so this Four of Swords has a lot to do with the need to back off, the need to sort of create a little bit of distance. And what you'll see is there may be people who are distancing themselves from you. And so it takes takes a lot of humility to look at a situation and say, I was right, but my opinion may have been right, but my behavior may have been wrong. Or my opinion may have been right, but the way I went about proving myself was wrong. So I don't want to have to tear people down just to get my point across, because in the end, I'm going to lose friendships. And then you'll be right, but you'll be alone. So sometimes it's about the delivery of the message and not just the message itself. Here on the challenge side, we have the Knight of Cups. And this is the actions of love. This is someone who, or even yourself, is someone who is actually going to show love through work. Someone's going to say, you know what? I'm not going to tell you I love you. I'm going to show you I love you. And so this is, like loving deeds and things like that. And so if you are feeling distant from somebody, if someone is starting to sort of, shy away from you for whatever reason, this Knight of Cups is a card where you say, I'm not going to like sit down and try to hash things out with you in a sense. I'm actually going to do something for you. So invite you to dinner and pay, buy you a gift, spend time with you, whatever the case may be, help you out with something, or at least a phone call. But you're showing love to somebody through your actions and through the things you're doing. So no promises, no gift cards, actual behaviors. Actually spend time with somebody, be around them, listen to them, help them out with something. So that's a challenge, is saying that if you're not willing to connect with somebody and show them you love them through your actions, you may really be creating a distance from that person. And finally, we have here the Hermit card, which the Hermit has a lot to do with being alone and being on your own individual journey. So that could be a good thing, but that could be a bad thing. It's one thing to be alone if you're just going on your own journey, but it's another thing to be alone because you pushed everybody away. And so sometimes the need to be right or the need to be in control is okay in the short term. And, there are situations where you need to take charge and, rescue people or whatever the case may be. But it's not always a my way or highway, because eventually people are going to choose the highway. And, you don't want to run people out of your life at a fast pace. So take a moment, relax, be humble this month, okay? This is a call for humility. This is a call for the need to give and take, so that you can really show and express your love with other people. And it doesn't always have to be your way. You don't always have to be right. And you're not left out lonely because eventually people did choose the highway. So be humble and reconnect with people, spend time with people, and allow the people in your life, that let them know that you value them and that you want them to be in your life. And petty arguments and who's right and who's wrong, sometimes there's a place for that, but sometimes there's not a place for that. And I ask you for this month of November 2019 to be very be slow to get into arguments, be slow to prove other people wrong. Okay, sometimes it's more about the relationship than it is about being right or wrong. All right, thank you for watching and being here for this reading, and I look forward to having you back for the next one. Okay, up next, we have the Luminous Tarot with a red carnelian. A lot of times when I do these readings, I see even though they're different decks, a lot of the same cards come up. So we'll see what happens here. Seven of Cups, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords reversed, 10 of Cups, 6 of Cups reversed. 7 of Cups is a card about options. It's a card about being in a state of wanting, a state of projecting yourself out and saying, I want these things, I want something. And so it's being in a buying behavior, a buying mindset. So a lot of times what happens is when we're in the 7 of Cups mode, where everything looks great. It's like walking into a buffet. It's like, oh, I love everything but in truth, you can't have everything. And in truth, you actually don't want everything. And so with this Seven of Cups, it's like pump the brakes for a second. What it would like for you to do for this November 2019 with the Seven of Cups here, saying like do a couple things when you look at something like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. It's like slow down. It's like hold on, and then start to ask yourself, well, why do I want that, or why do I even think I want that? And what could go wrong if I were to get that, or am I going to be happy when I get that, or is it just another case of wanting and wanting and wanting? As soon as I get something, I'm just going to want something else. And so the Queen of Swords here in the middle, she does a great job of using her knife and using her words to cut things away. Okay, so she's doing a great job of removing the extra, the fluff. And so she's going to look at things and say, I really like, I might like 10 things, but I'm going to be very mature, and I'm doing a great job of making sure that I can cut away the options that aren't truly for me. So there's a lot of discernment here. It's saying, those 7 options look nice, but I really need to cut it down to 1 or 2. And I'm not going to have any regret in cutting away and removing options, okay? So I'm going to remove options. I'm going to get rid of things, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm just going to get rid of them, and I'm not going to look back. No regrets. 7 options, cut it down to 2, give and go, and be on the move. Here we have the Page of Swords reversed, and so this is a slight bit of immaturity, and that's sort of the little bit of regret that may come up when you get rid of those 7 options. You're like, yeah, I really wanted those 7 things. I wanted all those things. They look shiny, look beautiful. I thought I'd look nice in them, and that person looked nice, and I wanted to go to this place and that place. And the Page of Swords is like sort of a whiny card. It's like, I wanted it. I wanted it to be a certain way, or I wanted it to be like this or that. And it's like sort of like a fairy tale mindset. Like, everything's supposed to work out so perfectly, and why does that person get to be nice and they get to have nice things, and I just get to have average things, whatever like that. So it's like cutting away any like whiny or immature attitude type of mindset. So the Queen of Swords is going to keep this Page of Swords in her place and say, look, we make decisions like an adult. We move forward. We don't backpedal. We don't play the what if game. We're not looking over our shoulder. We're making choices. We're moving ahead. Potential challenge for this month with the 10 of Cups here, we have sort of family ties or family relations. And so making sure that if you do have a family member in need, that you give them the time and attention that they really deserve. And so if you get a sense that you have a family member who they're like crying for help, but they don't know how to ask, or they're seeking help, but they don't know how to flat out ask for it and say, I need help. The Queen of Swords is someone who's going to step forward a little bit and say, I got a feeling you need some help, and let me help you. Don't ask. Don't say, well, can I help you? Because they'll say no. Be like, I'm going to help you. What do you need? And so if you got a family member who's sort of maybe drifting a little bit, or who's just sort of facing some struggles, this would be a great time in November 2019 to seek that family member out and help them. And don't give them a choice either. Like, go, like, look, I'm helping you. I want to help you. I'm going to be here for you. And last year we have the 6 of Cups reversed. And so this is a correlation here with this 10 of Cups is when you do have that family member in need, spend time with them. Okay, you actually go out and see them, be with them. Don't, you could call them, but let the phone call just be an opportunity to get to see them and get to be with them. Okay, so a big time card here with this 6 of Cups reversed is saying you show love by spending time with people, and that's going to be the best way for you to be there for somebody. Okay, part of that, this 7 of Cups is if you're out chasing all these these fluffy dreams that you have that aren't really going to really go to fruition. If you're out chasing these wild dreams that may not be founded very well, if you're spending too much time just sort of being like a daydreamer and not really being serious about getting things done, part of that is by being in this 7 of Cups mode, it takes you away from opportunities to help other people. Okay, because it's sort of a what do I want type of thing, where it's like me cut down on the things that I want so that I'll be more available for the people in my life. And so with this this Queen of Swords, she's going to be the ultimate sense of, if something's not really bringing value to my life, I'm getting rid of it. And I'm able to see the pitfalls in the things that I want. Like, oh, I want something new or something great. And I can actually remove those pitfalls and really see through the BS. So she's doing a great job of cutting through the veil and cutting through her own projections of what does she want versus what's actually practical and what she actually needs. And so by being diligent, by cutting away things that are extra in her life, she's now has more time and energy and money available to help the people in her family. And I believe that's the most rewarding time, the most rewarding way to spend this month, is helping other people, going out of your way and being there for somebody, versus sort of having like airy fairy, fairy tale type dreams that may or may not come to fruition. All right. Thank you for reading, and thank you for listening and being here for me and choosing this particular reading. Okay, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your cousin, tell your mama, let everybody know. And thank you. I appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you for the next one. Okay, up next we have the Prisma Visions Tarot with a moss agate. Okay. This is a very blue deck. Anybody who really likes the color blue, this is the deck for you. Okay. Blue is the dominant color across the entire deck. All right, here we go. Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. All right. So the Nine of Pentacles is a place where you really earned your independence. You've earned your place. You've earned your value. You're in the right spot. Okay. So this Nine of Pentacles is saying, whatever place you're in, whatever independence, whatever sort of sense of pride and whatever you have for your place in life, you've earned it. Okay. So if it's your job, if it's your health, if it's your family, wherever you feel the most sense of achievement, accomplishment in your life, that could be whatever, like wherever that sense is in your life, you've earned that. Okay. So don't feel like any guilt, like, oh, well, whatever. Like some people sort of have like success guilt. And so make sure you don't have that. It's like you've earned it, and make sure that you continue to prove that you earned it. Okay. Up next is the Hierophant. This is the leader card, and it says that you have experience. You're somebody whose life is moving in the right direction. You're somebody who is very responsible, someone who takes care of yourself and maybe others. And the Hierophant is now calling you to be a leader. Okay. How can you take the good values of your life, the good lessons that you learned, how can you take all of those things and now share them with other people? Okay, so this is a time to stop keeping the secrets. All right, so all the good things that you have going on in your life, it's time to share them and put them out there so that other people can learn. Now, you could do it through face-to-face meetings. You can be a mentor of some sort. You could just do it on the internet, however works for you. But find a way to take your gifts, all the good things that you have going for yourself, financially, career, health, marriage, whatever it is that you have that you like really have going for yourself, and now be a leader and put yourself in a situation where you're sharing those skills and you're actually allowing other people to benefit from the things that you've learned, the lessons that you have, the quotes that you like, the music you listen to, the lifestyles, habits, behaviors, whatever it is that you do, it makes you good at what you do. Let's let some other people in on it now and share that and see if you can not only affect your life, but affect other people's lives. Here we have the Two of Cups. This Two of Cups is like a great blessing in any love relationship you may have. Okay, so if you are in a committed relationship, this sort of just like shines a bright light on it and says, you know what, this is a great opportunity to, just acknowledge that your love relationship is important to you and it's valuable, and that you can then just sort of be proud of that relationship and pour into it a little bit and say, you know what, this is great. our love is great, and we're proud and we're happy that our love is great, and we'll continue to build and grow and be great in this relationship. And so, also, if you're not in a relationship, this is an opportunity to really, in this month, November 2019, that you really can connect with somebody. And so it's like a great omen, especially if you're going to step into that leadership role. You may find a partner to really be there for you and really helpful for you. Challenge here, the Queen of Pentacles, this is the idea of remaining responsible. The Queen of Pentacles is the ultimate responsible person, okay? And so she's always making sure that she's thinking 5, 10, 15 steps ahead, 10 years ahead. She's always making sure that her behavior is beneficial for herself and her family, not only now, but down the road, okay? And so it's like the ultimate responsible card. She's going to take care of herself. She's going to take care of other people. And so there's sort of I get a little bit of a guilt feeling that this Queen of Pentacles, she sort of feels like she may not be ready to teach and help other people live a good life. And so it's like a sense of making sure that you know that you earned your life. The things that you've done and the success that you've had, you've earned it through your efforts, through your behaviors. And so because you've earned that, because you have the right to be where you are, you now have the right to tell other people and show other people how to get to where you are. So it's not a fluke. Like, you're not a phony. The Queen of Pentacles is like, oh, well, what if they don't believe me? Or what if it's not true? Or what if I get exposed? Like, don't worry about any of that kind of stuff. Like, is this a situation where because you're doing things the right way, you're living your life the way you need to live your life, and you're able and willing to show other people how to live their life, you have no guilt to worry about, okay? And you don't have anything where it's like, well, I'm just lucky, or, well, I'm in the right place at the right time. But it has a lot to do with you being the right person in the right place at the right time and taking advantage of the opportunities that you've had in your life. And since you've done that, you have no guilt to worry about, okay? You have no shame to be somebody who has a successful life. And finally, here we have the Six of Pentacles, and this is an opportunity to give back. The Six of Pentacles says, it's through leadership. Literally, that by taking on this leadership role and being someone who's willing to go out and help other people financially or just in their life in general, what happens is with the Six of Pentacles, it becomes an opportunity to merely really take a real mentorship role and take somebody and say, you know what, I want to help your life. I want to help you. I want to find ways to to lift some of the burdens you may have through the knowledge that I have and through the things that I've done in my behavior, and finding better ways to do things. And you may be younger than me, and because you're younger than me, I can help you sort of avoid some traps and pitfalls that you may not realize that may be ahead of you. So I just get an overall feeling that you have a good life and you have a lot going for you, and now is the time to help other people and show other people that they have the ability to have a good life as well, and you can share with them and be a part of their life and put some other people on the right path. And you have earned that position, so no guilt, no shame there. And the more you can share, the more you can lead, the more you can grow, I feel like the more effective you can be for other people. So November 2019, great opportunity for you to be a leader, step out there and use the tips and tricks that you use to improve your life to help someone else improve their life. Thank you for this reading. Thank you for watching and picking this particular reading. Make sure you thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share. Make sure that your cousin, your mom, and everybody else knows about this channel and these readings. Thank you. All right. Up next, those who chose the Wild Unknown Tarot along with the Citrine, Natural Citrine. Okay, here we go. Very, very iconic tarot deck. Here we have the Seven of Cups. We have the Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Justice card. We have the Ace of Wands. And here we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. The Seven of Cups has a lot to do with the idea of wanting to be somewhere that you're not. And feeling like, okay, if I can get to this other place, if I can go to this other place and be around this other place, then I'll be happy. And so this is the grass is always greener over there, and I'll be happy once I get over there. But the truth is, if you're unhappy where you are and you maintain that attitude, you're gonna be unhappy with wherever you go. Okay, you're gonna take that unhappiness with you wherever you go. So the best thing to do is to practice being happy where you are. Can you, in your free time, even on a daily basis, write a list of things in your life that you're grateful for and that you appreciate and that you're happy to have or happy to be a part of? And so this Seven of Cups here gives a sense of appreciation. It's like you need to appreciate where you are so that you can be happier with where you are. Because no matter where you go, that's where you are. And so the grass is not always greener on the other side. It may be the same exact grass on the other side. And if you bring the attitude of, well, I want to be over there, and I want to do things differently, I'll be happy when I get that, or I'll be happy when I do this, I'll be happy when I lose that weight, or I'll be happy when I get that new relationship. It's like, no. You'll be happy when you decide to be happy with your life. And so that's the key. You hold the key to your own happiness at all times. And so it's not about what's going on over there. It's not about what could be happening if you did this, this, and that, okay? All you have is right now. All you have is today. That's the only thing you can work with. And so since you have right now, since you have today, you got to work with it. You got to use it, okay? And so now we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And so what the Seven of Pentacles has a lot to do with is like putting your money in order, okay? So you may or may not be happy with where you are, but the Seven of Pentacles says, like, look, this money has to go in a certain direction. You have to line this thing up. Like, you are responsible for your finances. You got to take care of yourself. And so you can't be like, well, I'll be able to manage my money once I get a better job. Or once I make more money, I'll then start to manage my money. And it's like, no. You need to manage your money with what you have. And once you properly manage what you have, then you're telling the universe, you're telling life, your higher self, that you're ready for more responsibilities, okay? So you can't be given more. Your higher self is not going to give you more until you've proven that you can value and you can do right with what you have. So it's like you don't get more until you do right with what you got. And so you need to do better with what you have. And so you're not managing the day and the life right in front of you properly just yet. And next we have the Justice card. And the Justice card is seeking balance. It's seeking the yin-yang pulls and opposites of situations. So part of it is you can want something else for your life while also being like totally happy and in love with where you are. And so that's the big message here. It's like, I want other things, but I'm very happy with what I have. And until you're totally satisfied with what you have, then you won't be able to get those other things. It's a crazy stance in life that a lot of people struggle with is, oh, I'll be happy when I get over there. And it's like, no. You'll never get there. And if you do get there, you won't be happy. You will never be happy over there until you're happy here. You won't be happy later until you can be happy now. And so that energy of being happy now and finding happiness in your life where you are right now is what's going to drive you and move you towards being happy somewhere else. And so it's like a big game of practice. How do you practice happiness where you are so that when you get to the there or the then that's coming eventually, which will be a new now, once you get there, you will already have that practice of being happy with where you are. Because if you're always happy somewhere else, or you're always happy down the line, wherever you go, you're always going to be happy somewhere else. And so the big message here is, how do you find the happiness where you are? The Ace of Wands in the challenge position is like, this is not the opportunity to do like a big new project or start something new, okay? This is like, oh, once I start that thing, or I get that new job, or I start this business, or whatever the case may be, then I'll be happy, okay? And this card is sort of cautioning you to say, no. Don't do that yet until you can get this part under control, until you can get yourself in a situation where you're fully in love with who you are right now. You're fully in love with your life right now. You're in a state of gratitude and appreciation. Get that taken care of, okay? Get yourself solid. Take care of your finances. Make sure you're not overspending. You're clearing out debt. You have an emergency fund. Like, make sure your finances are in a row. before you start a new business, before you go off onto some new adventure, before you do all things. Because whatever clutter you have with you, you're going to take it with you wherever you go. So heal it, fix it, clean it up here, so then you can eventually start something new and you'll have like a clean slate. You'll be ready to go. But if you're bringing all this like cluttered and unhappy energy into a new project, that's just the seeds that you're going to use to plant, and that's what you're going to end up with. Some sort of another project that's it's just incomplete, and it's not going to be on the right foot. And then it's always like, oh, I failed something else. I failed something else. Something else failed, or something else sucks. Woe was me. Clean up where you are. Clean up where you're at. And last here we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. And it says that the seeking a balance. This Two of Pentacles and the Justice card have a lot in common. Seek balance in your life. Seek to be happy where you are. Seek to clean up the chaos in your life. So take care of your finances. Make sure that you're writing down what you spend. Keep your receipts. Keep track of the money that you make. Make sure that you're doing a good job, not just wasting money. And make sure that you're doing a great job of not just like sort of doing like retail therapy every time something goes wrong. And so like finding happiness where you are instead of being in a situation where you're always trying to spend and buy happiness from yourself. So you're only going to be happy when you're happy with yourself, not necessarily be able to buy. Now you can spend money and enjoy your time, but there's a difference between enjoyment and pleasure versus happiness. Okay, so money can bring, money can take away, it can take away challenges. It can take away poverty. It can bring pleasure. It can bring enjoyment, but it can't bring happiness. Okay, so the big deal is take care of your finances before you start some new project or before you do some like crazy new business or whatever. Take care of your life. Get the balance. Get the ins and outs. Get the chaos under control with what you have now before you bring anything new to the table or anything new to the plate. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Thank you for picking this particular reading and getting the message that you needed for this month. All right, everybody. That's the end of our November 2019. What information do I need to know for this upcoming month? Okay. And so I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you picking the particular deck, the particular reading that you needed for this month. I hope that you got the message that you needed, and that you got what you needed from this, and that you're where you need to be. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your cousin, tell your mom, and let everybody know about this channel, and that this is a potential way to help yourself and help other people. Have a good one, y'all. Love and light. Peace.